Welcome to Activating Our Breath. Here we're going to take a look at how our breathing works, and we're going to do a series of exercises that are going to allow you to really relax and diminish and alleviate any stress or anxiety you might be feeling. It's a fabulous tool. It's going to allow us to become really focused and conscious and present in the moment. And we will do a series of exercises, and at any time you can pause these exercises and go back and repeat exercises that we've done or continue right through to the end of this recording. If you want a really deep relaxation, you can go from start to finish. And if you're doing it before bed, you'll find it incredibly relaxing. You'll sleep deeper and wake up more invigorated. But perhaps you just want to use short spurts of this recording, and you can do that too, just pausing at any time and then returning to it in the next day or few days and practicing this. I recommend on a daily basis doing at least a couple of the exercises. Right now, I'd like you to get comfortable. I'd like you to find either a seated position where your back's propped up and you don't have to hold your own body up, but you're relaxing up against a wall or a chair, somewhere where you're not going to be interrupted, and you might want to grab a blanket just so that you stay warm, because there's not a whole lot of movement other than breath moving through your body. Or perhaps what I like to do is lie down to do this exercise, either on a yoga mat or in bed, and you can prop a pillow underneath your knees while lying down and one underneath your head to feel more comfortable. Whatever's going to be the best place for you to be in and position for you to be in at this time. Let's take a look at what our breath is. Our breath is something that we easily take for granted. Breath is fully an automatic process, and it begins at birth and it continues through without interruption until the day we die. And it is a fully unconscious process. It can also be a conscious process, though, where we can go in and voluntarily play with it, which is what we're going to do today. But our breath is our energy force, and it feeds and fuels our cells, and it's also something when we're feeling any tension or anxiety, we can hold and grip, and our breath can become quite shallow. Breath can be used to control pain. Breath can instantly bring us into the present moment and cease any worrying or anxiety we're feeling. Breath is really a magnificent tool that we can engage in. So I'd like you again to get comfortable right in this moment, and let's start playing around with our breath and seeing how it can activate in you a sense of energy and renewal, and how it can take away any tension. So just finding yourself in a comfortable position. We're just going to start by paying attention to our next few breaths. As I continue to speak, I just want you to breathe. Be aware of your breath. And just taking an inventory of how you feel as we start these exercises. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being really calm and relaxed, and 1 being quite anxious or tense or feeling any pain in your body, I just want you to pick where you're at on that scale right now. And then again, when you finish, if you decide to shorten the recording, or if you listen all the way through to the end, just paying attention to where you are on that scale of 1 to 10, 10 feeling very relaxed and at ease, peaceful, or if you're still holding any tension on in your body. So right now, let's just start to pay attention to the quality of each inhale. Notice the feelings and sensations of your breath flowing into your body. And feel the places in your torso that move or do not move with each inhalation. And with every exhalation, I'd like you also to pay attention to the quality of each exhale. Notice the feelings and sensations of the breath flowing from your body. And feel the places in your torso that move or do not move with each exhalation. Really paying close attention to the ebb and flow of each breath. And even as you're paying close attention to the sound and meaning of each word, for a minute or so, I want you to simply pay attention to yourself, to your breathing. Your eyes may be softly closed as we go through these exercises. And we're going to go back to the inhale, the quality of that inhale. Just being aware of the feelings and sensations of the breath flowing into your body, feeling the places in which your torso moves or does not move with each inhalation. And then again, paying attention to each exhale and the quality of those exhales. As you follow your breath, paying attention to the sensations, the flow of the exhalation from your body, feeling the places in your torso that move or do not move with each exhalation. The ebb and the flow of each breath. Just paying particular attention to yourself right now and your breathing. And as we do this, we're just going to let go of any tension in our body. Letting go of the tension from the bottom of the pads of our feet all the way up our legs into our pelvic region and our buttocks, and letting our stomachs go, soft bellies. Letting any tension in our rib cage into the back of our scapula and our shoulder blades. Letting our hands fall open. Feeling all the tension leave from the front of our neck, the back of our neck, up through our occipital ridge, around through our crown, and into our facial muscles. Letting our tongue fall from the roof of our mouth into the cradle of our jaw. And just feeling an overall sense of relaxation, peace, and calm. Now let's start our first conscious breathing exercise. We're going to breathe in fully, and we're going to get to the top of the breath, and we're going to hold that breath in. And we're going to continue to hold that breath without straining or struggling. And if at any moment this begins to feel difficult or stressful or dizzying, we're just going to let that breath go, and we'll start over again. All the time we're doing this, we're going to allow our belly to be relaxed, loose, full, and round with our breath, letting our shoulders and our body just fall naturally into the chair, into the ground that we're lying on. Just be relaxed and loose. We're going to sink down rather than tensing up, and we're going to notice any changes throughout our whole body and our mind, and we're paying attention to all of our feelings and our sensations in our body. We're just going to do this for as long as it's easy to do so, retaining the breath without stressing or straining. When it's time to let go, we're going to release that breath calmly and quietly and smoothly. I'm just going to have you repeat this process of inhaling, breathing in fully, holding your breath in for as long as you can without strain or struggle. And then when you're ready, you can no longer hold that in. You're going to let all of that oxygen out, and just think, as you let that breath go, you're letting go of any negativity, any strain, any stress that you've acquired throughout the day, any fixated thoughts or ideas. We're just going to let those all go. Anything that's not serving your higher purpose right now, we're just going to bring our consciousness into our breath. Staying loose and relaxed, calm and quiet, eyes softly closed. Repeat that a couple of times. And finish off wherever you were at. And when you're ready, you're going to join in again. And this time we're going to breathe as lightly and as quietly as possible. And as I continue to explain this to you, you're going to just breathe long, slow breaths in and out through your nose, while you're imagining that just below your nostrils is a tray covered with ashes. And you must breathe ever so lightly and ever so softly, not making even the slightest ripple of wind nor the slightest vibration of sound, so that you will not disturb these ashes that we're imagining. And again, our body's loose and relaxed, even though we're doing this really controlled movement of our breath. Just be aware that the slightest tension anywhere might disturb these ashes. Letting our mind be still and our thoughts be quiet. We're just completely focusing on the movement of our breath with the inhalation and exhalation, just not disturbing these ashes that lay in this tray right underneath our nostrils. The slightest mental agitation might disturb these ashes. So for the next minute or so, we're going to continue breathing these really controlled, long, slow, and ever so soft and quiet breaths, creating no disturbances, generating only peace. As you master this skill of really controlling the inhalation and the exhalation, your eyes softly closed, your body relaxed. We're breaking any patterns of tension in our body, any concentrated energy right now. Breaking any patterns that impair the free flow and perfect radiance of energy throughout all levels of our being. Now we're going to change the pattern in our breathing this time, and we're going to go into the dynamics of response of our breath. And we're going to breathe in really deeply through the nose, filling our torso, and breathing out through the mouth this time in a long, soft, gentle sigh. And you can do this with a heavy breath or even with a bit of sound coming out over your mouth. So again, you're breathing in deeply through the nose, filling your torso with energy. And then when you get to the top of your breath, you're going to breathe out through your mouth in a long, soft, gentle sigh. All that air out through the mouth. And now this time, the next time you run through this process, you're going to breathe in again deeply through the nose. And this time as you let your breath out, you're going to breathe out through a long sustained sound of ah. It'll be quite long, an extended ah. Breathing in through your nose, filling your torso, and breathing out through the mouth with a long, sustained sound of ah. And you can pause for a few moments and just notice any feelings or sensations in your body. And when you're ready, you can continue back again for a minute or so, breathing in through your nose and breathing out on an exhalation with a nice, big ah. Our greatest source of energy is our breath, and our energy flow is determined mainly by the way in which we're breathing in any given moment. Now we're going to change this pattern, and we're going to breathe in and out through our nose, and we're going to let our inhale come softly and gently in, filling our torso. And at the top of that inhale, without holding or stopping, we're going to release gently back into the exhale without effort or pushing, air streaming out. And at the bottom of the exhale, without any pause, we're just going to breathe right in again. And this is circular breathing. Softly and gently filling our torso, and at the top of the inhale, without holding or stopping, we're going to release gently right back into that exhale, and the air softly streaming out. And the bottom of the exhale, without any pause, we're going to breathe in again, softly and gently at your own pace, filling your torso at the top of the inhale without holding or stopping, releasing gently into the exhale, air softly streaming out. Doing this on your own time. Really luxuriating in this breath. And it's like watching an ocean wave come in and an ocean wave run out. It's got this beautiful pattern to it. If you watch a baby breathe, this is how they breathe, circular breathing. There's no pause at the end of the breath. It's not until we get older and have more maturity about us that we start to bring in that pause. And they say when there's less of a pause, you're more consciously connected with all the power in the universe, as babies are said to be. So just follow that breathing pattern. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful circular breathing. Now we're going to change our pattern again. And we're going to breathe in and out again through the nose. We're going to feel your belly rising and falling. And with each breath, as I continue to speak, you're going to breathe deeply and slowly while placing an awareness in the gentle rising and falling of the belly. And if you want, you can take one hand and place it on the chest and the other hand and place it on your belly. And noticing that you can continue to just focus on your breath and breathe gently in and out through the nose and be aware of the sensation of your body rising and falling. And just feel on every inhale, the breath going deep into your abdomen and seeing if you can feel it as deeply as into your pelvic area and maybe into the tops of your legs even, and feeling it eventually rise up into your chest and your clavicle area and maybe into the back of your shoulder girdle. Just being aware of how far can you push the depths of that breath. And it's like dusting out any cobwebs in your body, moving that energy around your body, taking all this incredible time for yourself to bring this conscious awareness into the inner mechanics and the inner workings of your body, and feeling the breath around all of your organs, your major organs that are always also working involuntarily as well, unconsciously, just automatically. They're at work for us. And just to surround them and to bathe them in your breath right now. We're going to slightly alter this as we breathe in on your next breath in. Again through the nose in, and you're going to feel or sense or imagine that with every inhale, you're drawing energy in through the entire surface of your body. And then you're simply imagining that with each slow, deep, inhaled breath, as it draws this energy in through every cell of your body, that the whole outer surface of your skin opens up and receives more energy with every deep inhaled breath. And you'll feel a sense, or you'll imagine this sense that with every exhale, you're radiating energy outward like a glowing light or a burning flame. So now instead of focusing inward where our breath's going, and in the exhale where it's going on the internal or on the inside of our bodies, now we're going to focus it on the outside. The body is radiating energy. It's drawing energy in through our largest organ, the skin, and it's releasing it through that largest organ outside of us. Breathing in through the skin and radiating out through the skin. And you'll start to feel more energy, and you'll start to feel a little more powerful in your breath. We're going to transition this again. And we're just going to allow our breath to come and go in an easy 4-beat rhythm. And I'm going to count you through this. We're just going to breathe in through the nose, a cleansing breath, and exhale wherever you are. With your next breath in, we're going to breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4. Staying relaxed. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Holding your breath. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4. Pause between breaths. 2, 3, 4. In through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4. Pause between breaths. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. And again, now we're going to change the pattern quite dramatically. Now I'm just going to explain this to you, and then I'm going to have you practice this. We're going to begin by forcefully blowing all of the air out of our lungs as much and as quickly as we possibly can. And then we're going to stop, and we're not going to breathe in. We're just going to simply hold the breath out as relaxed as you can remain, paying attention to all the feelings and sensation, acutely aware of the life without breathing for as long as you can comfortably until it's time to breathe in. And then voluntarily your breath will rebound in through an inhalation. And you'll breathe in normally. And then you're going to breathe in and out through the nose, paying attention to all the feelings and sensation. And then when you're ready again, we're going to do it again. We're going to blow out all the air forcefully out of our lungs. It'll sound like this. Holding your breath as long as it's comfortable. And when you're ready, to the top of the breath again, and then you're just going to relax, and you're just going to be aware of any sensations you feel. You might feel a little bit lightheaded. You can take as long as a pause as you want in between this breathing exercise. And when you're ready, you're going to do it again. You're going to exhale forcefully, everything out of the lungs. Holding your breath at the bottom, not breathing in. Aware of staying relaxed, remaining at ease for as long as you possibly can. And when you're ready on your own time, bringing oxygen back into your system, and it'll just automatically take in the oxygen. And I'd like you to do this a couple of more times on your own. Excellent. And so now we're going to move to a different exercise. Now we're going to move to placing our thumb over our right nostril. And then when we're ready, we're going to inhale, moving our thumb over to the left nostril, and we're going to breathe out. Moving our thumb over to our right nostril, breathing in, making a complete seal, moving it over to the left and exhaling out. And what we're doing is circular breathing. Just moving from right to left. Inhale is always going to take place through the left nostril, and the exhale is always going to take place through the right nostril. And on your own time, just moving back and forth. Might feel uncomfortable when you first start to do this. Cool breath coming in. You'll feel it all the way up. It'll feel like it's going right up into your brain cavity. Exhale, warm air out. Again, that idea that we're letting go of anything that's no longer serving us. With the inhale, we're drawing in new energy. Exhale, we're letting the old energy out. Circular breathing. And I'd like you to do this another 10 to 12 times on your own time. Halfway through. And if you want to continue this, I often do this 15 times in a row, but if you're feeling like you've done enough, then you just let go. And now just let regular breathing take place again, and you'll feel a really dynamic breath come in. You'll feel a clarity. It's like a big cleansing has taken place, and you'll just feel like there's a renewed amount of oxygen coming and leaving with absolute ease. And just note how your body feels right now after doing this. The alternate nostril breathing is a really great way to start your day. Now, the next breathing exercise we're going to do, we're just going to breathe in again, normal breath, and we're going to feel like we're drawing energy up through our feet, all the way through our legs, through our pelvis, up through our torso, into our chest, to the crown of our head, drawing up energy, and then we exhale. And as we exhale, we release anything that no longer serves us. And when you're ready for the next exhale, you're going to inhale, you're going to imagine again drawing up energy from the ground all the way through our feet, our legs, our pelvis, our torso, into our chest and our lungs and up to the crown of our head. And then we exhale, we're going to let go of anything that no longer serves our purpose. Any negativity, any ideas that aren't serving us, any stuck, locked patterns that we've been thinking about. And then when we're breathing in, we're going to again draw all the energy. We can imagine drawing up all the way through our legs, our pelvis, our torso, our chest, our crown. And do this a couple of more times on your own time. Just invigorating yourself. And to finish it off, we're going to do a form of box breathing again. But this time we're going to take a little bit longer on the inhale. We're going to take 8 counts. We're going to hold for 5 counts. And we're going to exhale for 10 counts. So on the exhale, I want you to draw it out long and slow and sustained. And the inhale, it's going to be long and slow and sustained. And then when you're relaxed, I want you to make sure that you're just, again, at this point, not holding any tension in your body. So cleansing breath in and an exhale. And when you're ready, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathing in for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, that was for 5. Exhaling for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhaling for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhaling for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now I just want you to quietly do a body scan and just check in and see how you feel. Any tension is probably melted away by this point. Any nervousness or anxiety is gone. There's just one more exercise I forgot that I'd like to give to you. And that exercise is if you have any pain in your body, or if you ever have a headache of any sort, an old injury, I would like you to close your eyes again and breathe into that particular body part. It may or may not have any pain right now, but just breathe right into that body part, sending it lots of healthy, healing energy with your inhale, and with your exhale, just releasing and surrendering to however it feels or doesn't feel in this particular moment. And again, inhaling in, focusing. You may pick a healing color, a white light or a teal light, imagining it just filtering in through that particular body part. If you hold a lot of tension in your hips, or if you have plantar fasciitis, or perhaps sciatica, or any shoulder tension, just really breathing into that particular area and breathing out. Sending the breath just like a healing medicine right into that area and breathing out. This is a profoundly impactful exercise. If you can focus your attention and your breath in this capacity, you'll find it extremely helpful in finding some reprieve in pain in the moment, or also repairing tissues and fascia, muscles, tendons. It's the opposite of how we usually hold that particular body part in frustration and how we protect it and we hold tension around it. This is just reminding those muscles to release and let the flow of breath come in, which brings fresh blood and allows the cells to operate in a healthier fashion. So at any time you can just pause this and continue to do this exercise. And as we come to a close today, I just want you again to just pay particular attention to how you feel and how much more relaxed you are, and how you did this consciously because you chose to do it, and how you have control in any moment at any time of the day to just stop. And even if you only have time for one breath, watching it come in and watching it exhale. And in doing so, it forces you to become present and let go of any stress or strain. I want you to really commend yourself for doing this work today, and I thank you for being patient and trying out something new, and I hope you continue on in this journey and make this a daily practice. 30 days of this is guaranteed to really create a big shift in your life as far as the amount of attention and focus you can have in a given moment, and the amount of recall you have when you're just trying to remember anything, or how you can become more articulate or better with words, and also how you can feel just a sense of general calm and really a different air of confidence when you go in to do some of the tasks that you have to do throughout the day. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Have a wonderful day.